Well, welcome back to the Porch Sessions here in Hattiesburg, Mississippi at Comics and Stuff. Man, I want to thank you guys again for having us here. It was a great song. It was a really cool segment talking about Rip Raymond, man. I wish you all the luck with that. It's very exciting. It's very exciting. You know, I always had to kind of close it up here to talk a little bit about sort of the influence of the South and, you know, just, my personal goal and Paul and I's personal goal of this is to really dispel any of the rumors that there are about the South and to really kind of show that, you know, we're such a diverse place in Mississippi in general. If you think about the difference from where you're from in Tupelo all the way down to the coast, I mean, music, food, culture, language, it's so diverse. And I was wondering, what was it like growing up in Tupelo? I mean, you know, such a musical heritage in Tupelo, man.
Well, there's just a lot of music in Tupelo. There's a very strong tie with the church and music in Tupelo, and so I'm Catholic now, but I grew up Methodist in a Protestant church, and you know, great musician and great musicians and great singers, and that's, you know, the blues and rock and gospel are very closely intertwined. It's same three chords, and then also too, I mean, you're growing up in the shadow of the greatest entertainer the world has ever seen. I mean, you know, I'm sorry if I make somebody mad, but Elvis is, you know, I mean, you know, whether you like him or not, who hasn't heard of Elvis Presley? I mean, he's like Superman or Mickey Mouse. I mean, he is an icon. I mean, you know, known all over the world. And so the cool thing about growing up in Tupelo, you know, a lot of people try to distance themselves from that, like especially like when you're in high school. You know, you're like, I'm so sick of Elvis, you know, but like to me it was always like, well, you know, if this kid could grow up in East Tupelo with nothing and go on to do that, then I can at least do something. I mean, you know, like you can't sit back and say that it's well, I was never successful because I grew up in rural Mississippi. Well, so did William Faulkner and Elvis Presley and Jim Henson and, you know,
et cetera, et cetera.
I mean, you know, run out of time talking about all these people. So, you know, I mean, I wouldn't choose anywhere else in the world to have been born and grow up. And you know, it's just, it's in the water, you know, it's like the force. It's everywhere. I mean, it's almost tangible, you know. I mean, and you may not realize that until you're an adult. I mean, you know, but when you do, you realize that I'm proud to be from here. You know, I'll go anywhere and tell them I'm from Mississippi.
Right on, man. That's good to hear. Now, you've got a song. The last song you're going to play for us is very blues influenced.
Yes, I was trying to another North Mississippi great, R.L. Burnside, who
love R.L.
I actually got to see play a couple of times. I was trying to learn one of his licks, and I couldn't quite get it right, and so I wrote a song to use that lick, you know, and that's basically where it kind of came from. You know, it's just sort of a simple bluesy, "Hey, I like you" song, you know, but that was built out of,
I love that,
you know, trying to get it to be a better guitar player, you know.
Right on, man. Well, man, it's been a pleasure having you on here.
Thank you,
Thomas Jackson.
Thanks for having
being
me
here, man. So I look forward to hearing that song, and thanks again to Ryan Royals from Rec Room Recording for making everything sound so good, and thank you to Comics and Stuff for having us.
Greatest comic book store in the world.
And man, good luck with everything. And
thank you.
Thomas Jackson on the Porch Sessions. Always sad to say goodbye to everybody, so I'm not going to say goodbye. We'll just say, you know, until later.
Until later.
All right. Y'all take care.
We'll sing this from a Honey Pie McAllister. My mama told me before I left the farm, first cut's deep, but the third one's a charm. Well, I should've listened, well, I was too young, all fired up trying to have my fun, have my fun. I hit town just like Jesse James,
all fired up trying to stake my claim and make it stick. Same old dog with the same old tricks, same old tricks. I met you, you were a motherless child. I was weak, honey, and you were wild. Now you're my honey and I'm your man. Don't have much, but we do what we can. Do what we can.